Things have changed so much over the years. I mean, this is the 27th October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this whole idea, Evelyn Lauder, Estee Lauder's daughter-in-law, came up with the idea of inventing a pink ribbon. When I was growing up, there wasn't a Breast Cancer Awareness Month and there was no pink ribbon. All that's completely changed. So now, sitting here now, 27 years later, and I've been part of this campaign for, I think this is my 24th year, things have changed so much in that treatments are better, diagnosis is better, we know more about this disease, stuff we couldn't have dreamt of knowing 27 years ago. Mortality rates are down 40% since the 1980s. We have better treatments, targeted treatments. People used to talk about breast cancer as one disease. Scientists now tell us that breast cancer is in fact many diseases. They now know that different treatments can target different types of breast cancer. So not all women are given the same drugs, which would have happened a long time ago. Progress is really improving. The impact of a campaign like ours is vast. But unfortunately, in spite of all the progress, still every 15 seconds, a woman around the world is diagnosed with breast cancer, and 1 in 8 women will still get breast cancer. And they don't all make it. So that's why we're still so focused on more action, more results, raising more money for research, because as the scientists tell us, the only thing between a cure and today is money. We just need more funding. I feel honoured and really pleased when a lady will come up to me and say, I saw you on TV talking about breast cancer and I went and got a mammogram. Or I checked my own breasts. I made sure my grandmother or my daughter gets their mammogram. That to us is the most important thing that I feel that we achieve on some levels. Of course, raising the money is tremendous. We've raised more than $79 million for breast cancer, 65 of which has gone straight into research to fund science. And that's brilliant, but it's still when we, case by case, somebody will say, you made a difference. Just having you being a spokesperson to tell these words, which we listen to, that's what it's all about, one person at a time. I've met a lot of the research scientists. I was just at the Royal Marsden Hospital in London last week. I visited one of the institutes in California, and of course I've met a lot of the scientists that are based right here in New York. And when they tell me about what they're doing now, which again, I don't want to mangle into my own voice, but when they tell me the sorts of things that they're developing, the drugs that they're targeting, the aspects of cancer that they're dealing with, you realize, and you just want to say, hearing you speak is magnificent. I wish that you were multiplied, so that instead of one person telling me about this particular study, there were 20. When Evelyn, back in 1995, asked me if I'd join in her campaign that she just started, and I didn't know what it was, and I said, what is it? And she said, well, women all over the world are dying of breast cancer and no one's talking about it. And that really was the point back then, the fact that no one was talking about it. No one was going onto television telling women about breast cancer, talking about mammograms out loud, talking about self-checking your breasts. No one was talking about any of that. And because I'd recently lost my grandmother to breast cancer, I knew firsthand how true that was, because she also didn't speak about it. So to me, the most magnificent change that's happened in the intervening years is the fact that I'm sitting here today talking to you, and that men are wearing pink ties, women are doing cake bake sales, golf tournaments, tennis tournaments. It is unbelievable how people have really understood how breast cancer impacts everybody and how they really, really need to join in. So we're always thinking of ways that people can join in and continue to raise awareness, continue to remind themselves and their family and friends about the disease, and also raise money.